on the furniture corner of State and Main, downtown New Albany.
Truman Talks Law on Great Day Live is sponsored by the Karl Truman Law Office.
If you're involved in a car accident, you've probably heard the term negligence used quite a bit.
What exactly does that mean, and how do you prove negligence on someone's part? As always, attorney Karl Truman. Count on the Colonel. He's got some good information. Good to see you again, Colonel.
I just have to ask, the last time you were here, we gave a shout out to your wife. It was her birthday, and it was your anniversary. So
yes, both at the same time, yes.
So he wasn't negligent. He remembered.
I used reasonable care.
She was delighted. All right, obviously negligence is when people are not paying attention and they overstep boundaries.
Yeah, negligence is a legal word that we use and we hear and banter about a lot, but you know, there's legal definitions, but really it comes down to using common sense and really, you know, being aware of others around you and, you know, doing the right thing to not endanger other people, whether it's on the road, on a premises, on property. So just really looking out for other people.
All right, this morning I saw some video. It was really distressing looking, but a truck had a lot of tent poles, really long pieces of lumber off the back, and a woman drove into it and went through a windshield. She's fine. This is somewhere in California, I think. But I mean, again, that's sort of an odd situation. If a person who's hauling something has a red flag to mark, so where do you get into that sort of territory? Whose fault that could be?
Well, a lot of that it depends on the type of truck and commercial vehicle, and so there could be some trucking regulations that even dictate that. But yes, that's why you see a flag out there, because sometimes that could be hard to judge that distance. But certainly if you're behind someone, and I see this all the time, probably the most common type of auto accident claim that we see is a rear end collision where someone hits someone in the rear end. And so if you're following someone, you have an obligation to keep a safe stopping distance based on, you know, weather and even if it's wet or road conditions, so you don't run into someone. What your situation is that if you have piping or something sticking out, sometimes it's kind of hard to gauge that distance, you know, for the depth perception there to make sure that if you see the stoplights but there's something sticking out, then so you don't hit that.
I would be very interested in your take on, I mean, Justin Bieber driving, 110 miles an hour? I mean, but really, he was saying he was fearing for maybe his safety, but was he negligent driving and weaving in and out of traffic 100 miles per hour? Well,
I don't know the specifics of that story, but any situation, I think if you're driving that kind of speed,
sure.
Yeah, that's you know, would be considered criminal recklessness,
and
certainly reckless driving.
Other examples, so driving too fast. What are other examples of negligence, particularly on the road?
Well, yes, driving too fast, obviously, you know, stop signs, stop lights, you know, the yellow light really does not mean to speed up.
Right.
You know.
Can you say that again?
Which, yeah, people do that all the time, jumping in and out of things. Yeah. But you have responsibilities, and you always tell people whenever they're in any sort of an accident, clearly, be careful of how much information they release before talking with a legal professional.
Well, and yes, you do obviously have an obligation to report to the police and, you know, not leave the scene. But even in situations on the bridge, you know, there's stop and go traffic, you know, and I'll hear other people say that, you know, maybe you hit my client. They say, well, they just stopped in front of me. But, you know, my response is, well, you knew it was stop and go traffic. Right. You know, you knew they were going to stop in front of you, so you have to, you know, watch that.
You know what the problem is a lot of times? They're texting and
Yeah, so. even though Kentucky has a law that says you're not allowed to text while you drive, a lot of people still do. I've even been on the river and seen people boating while texting. And
really?
Don't take that on the river, Terry.
No, I won't.
Doesn't do well. Well, you can reach Karl Truman at 502-222-2222 or go online to trumanlaw.com.
To you by Karl Truman Law Office.
I'm attorney Karl Truman. Almost 40% of all drivers and passengers who were killed.
Valley for our ranch, but you've never tasted anything like this.
Tonight, you've never seen Dr. Oz like this. At work, at play.
I know you just love all of those women fawning all over.
And clearly with emotional trauma involving a family member or yourself being involved in an accident, that time can escape you quickly. So you sort of need to jump ahead and think about what your rights are.
Well, especially in a serious collision where there's serious injuries or even a death involved, I know that, it's not what people want to think about. You have to deal with your grieving. But by having an attorney, by having us deal with these issues now, you don't have to worry about them. So we can take care of these types of issues so you can focus on your family, focus on what you need to take care of, and let us handle the details of preserving evidence, making sure that any evidence is preserved. Oftentimes I've had to get accident reconstructionists out to an accident scene within days because whether it's debris or vehicles being destroyed or skid marks being washed away, if I don't get out there right away to protect that and have accident reconstruction people look at that right away, then all that evidence is gone.
And another difficult situation a lot of times is a driver has bounced between a lot of different carriers and has a record that may have been hidden.
And that's important to look at too, because we have to look at the driving record, what type of safety programs they've been involved in. There's all kinds of regulations that the trucking company has to follow to make sure the public is protected.
And also driver fatigue is an issue because we know these truck drivers, they work really long hours or traveling long miles. It's a hard job, and so you want to check and make sure, was this driver properly rested before he or she went on the road?
They may have been out on the road for a long time and anxious to get home and cutting corners. There is a certain amount of time that they have to take breaks when they're on the road, and that's for our safety and their safety too. So sometimes they do cut corners.
All right, for legal help, you can check with the Karl Truman Law Office at 502-222-2222, all twos.
And TrumanLaw.com.
Attention, the FDA has issued a nationwide alert for doctors and women who have received a transvaginal mesh patch. This pelvic mesh has been associated with serious and even life-threatening complications, including breakage of the outer vaginal lining, infection, internal bleeding, pain, and punctures to the internal organs. If you or a loved one have developed serious health problems because of a transvaginal mesh patch, call Parliament and Associates.